Thank you very much, Dr. Gigi,
Yes.
for being with me today. And we welcome you to Radio Kenya United, where we tell our story together.
Right.
And Dr. Gigi is somebody that we know, or I know for a very long time. In fact, he's one of the ministers I've known the longest here in the United States. We had a very small period of time in Kenya together. I didn't know him a lot in Kenya. I only knew him by way of being mentioned. But when we came to the United States, we connected at the very beginning of our life here in the United States. So interviewing him is literally I'm interviewing a friend. And for that reason, karibu sana.
Thank you.
And I do appreciate you for agreeing to be part of this interview.
Thank you.
And at Radio Kenya United, we just tell our story together.
Yes.
And more so, our immigrant story. Because we believe that there is an empowering story behind it.
Right.
That life in diaspora is not negative.
No.
There is a very powerful story behind it. But these stories are very unique
Right.
of the individual. So let's begin by you telling us, who is Dr. GGG?
GG stands for George Tonga Gitahi. I go by in the initials GG. And I am married to Rahab for the last 33 years, and we have 2 kids. Catherine is 31, and Michael is 29, clocking 30. And I hail from Kenya, many parts of Kenya, but I have lived in Atlanta for the last 27 years, going 28 years.
28 years.
Yes.
In Atlanta.
Yes.
That it's a very long time.
It is.
I want to believe that when we met, I think you were doing your PhD. Is that right?
Yes.
Like at the beginning
yes.
of the 2000, right there.
2000, I was
Yeah.
doing doctoral ministry, then I did PhD. Yes.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that academic journey.
Well,
how it all started, and until now, doctoral ministry and then PhD.
Yeah, I came as a student sent by the Presbyterian Church of East Africa to pursue masters in theology. I went to Columbia, and by the time I was done, there was also an opportunity to pursue doctor of ministry. And then I also pursued a PhD in intercultural studies. So, in short, I'm a cultural consultant, if you may.
Okay.
That has made me teach at Kenyatta University anthropology for the last 18 years.
Okay. So you outside of what we do, and we're going to talk what you do,
Yes.
and we're going to talk about that shortly. You are also in the academics.
I am.
If I remember correctly, you were coming to the United States around that time you've talked about. Was not the first time.
No, I actually had come to the U.S. For high school. I came here in 1979 in South Dakota. But that was on an exchange program. I was here for high school.
Okay.
I finished. I went back.
Okay.
I had a J visa that required you to go back and
Okay.
stay literally for 2 years
Okay.
before you can even come back to the U.S. But 2 years became forever until 1996 when I came to pursue. So yeah, I've been to the U.S., South Dakota, but I also went to Texas as a missionary. I was sent by my church to go on an exchange program as what they called exchange for missionaries.
Yes.
So this time round is my 3rd time in the U.S.
In the U.S.
Yes.
In the first 2 experiences, first of all, let's talk about those first years when you came to high school.
Right.
You said it was an exchange program.
Yes.
How was that experience to you? I believe you are very young.
I was a teenager. It was a shocker coming from Nyahururu, right place, all the way to South Dakota, a very, very cold place. I went to a place where I was the only black guy in the city, leave alone high school.
Wow.
So some of those folks saw a black guy, and Americans could have all manner of queer questions, having met a black person, including, if you took a shower, could you change your color?
Oh, my God.
And in other words, if you went back to Africa, what are you going to do with these clothes? And I told those ignorant young people, once I get back to the plane, I'm going to take off my clothes, open the window, and throw the clothes to the window. Poor guys believed. Majority of them have never flown to know that you cannot open a plane's window. And it was a shocker, to live among people. I lived in a white family.
Okay.
So I was able to immerse myself in their culture to see how they behave, their routine, their perspective, their worldview. Yeah. And it was completely different from having come from Nyahururu.
Yeah.
That was a game changer. And that actually has prepared me when I came the second and third time to know, because I learned about America as a teenager. So I have a feel of what goes on in a teenage life. And then the next one was an exchange, being a minister, being called to go to Texas and share how we do ministry in Africa.
Okay.
And the third phase of my visit came to pursue master's. Was supposed to go back. I got deemed, and when I finished PhD in intercultural studies, and my studies were on immigrants, the missiological and cultural implications of Kenyan immigrants in the U.S. Okay. So having acquired that led me into having a ministry that has grown to become Kenyan American Community Church here in Marietta, Georgia.
Thank you. That is a very good way of introduction to us. Yes. To get to know you a little bit, and I know there is more to it, to that story of South Dakota, and also Texas. Yes. And I'm sure it may come up, in our interview. But I'm also glad that you have mentioned that experience, in its own way, prepared you for the other years to come. So fast forward, now you are settling down. You're almost completing your PhD.
Right.
So were you called into the ministry that you are in today, or how did you get into this ministry? By the way, coming from Kenya, were you a church minister?
Yes, I was a church minister. I was ordained. My background is that I'm a Presbyterian minister, called in 1987, went through what you then would call St. Paul United Theological College. Now it's St. Paul's University, where I did Bachelor of Divinity. When I finished, I was posted to Voi, across the Coast Province, and I got ordained in 1991. Okay. I served there for 6 years before I proceeded to the United States for my master's. So this station is actually my second one.
Okay.
And having finished, one of the things, this is what happened. When I finished my PhD, and I had one of the leaders who told me that if I go back to Kenya, and having spent all those years studying about immigrants, it will be irrelevant, because...
At the university?
No. I was going to go back to Kenya, and the guy asked me, why are you coming to Kenya? You've studied about immigrants.
A Kenyan leader.
A Kenyan leader with a Presbyterian. And actually he told me, it will frustrate you.
Oh, okay.
He said, don't come there with this PhD, because we're going to frustrate, we're going to say you don't care what... He was a colleague of mine, so he shared it in a very light way, but it had some message.
Okay.
So he said, okay, you've done your researches on the Kenyan immigrants. Why don't you take care of the Kenyan immigrants here? That was a conversation on one-on-one, and I took that seriously. And that's where my journey started, of thinking I want one day go back to Kenya. Then I realized, when I was ordained, we don't get ordained...
In the 90s now.
In the 90s. We don't get ordained to a pastor in a parochial area. We are ordained to be ministers of word and sacrament.
Yes.
Anywhere in the world. I know once we are ordained, we get ordained, but then we are installed, or rather, what is that? You're installed to serve a particular parish. Because when you move, you go to another place, then they also...
You have to be inducted.
Inducted, that's the word.
Yeah, the induction.
We were inducted.
Yeah.
But what comes first is being ordained to be word of sacrament. And I remember what the person who took care of my ordination, Reverend Mwindi, bless his heart, he died. He said, we are not ordaining you to serve these people. Okay. We are ordaining you to serve even that guy you're going to find on the street, having been drunk in drugs. I remember his message. Yeah. So in other words, I was ordained to a larger congregation that I was there.
Beyond the parish.
Beyond the parish level. So when I'm here, I am still obeying that call. Okay. Because the parish, as one missionary said, the world is my parish. Yeah. So in a nutshell, that's my journey as far as justice is concerned.
So would you say that it is the same church that ordained you, that sent you here, or how did this ministry start? Did you get into another church, or was it out of the call through your education process? What really made you to take over ministry here?
What happened? We had so many ministers here in Atlanta who had come from the Presbyterian background. So this ministry was initially started as a fellowship called Kenya Presbyterian Fellowship, KPF.
Okay, Kenya Presbyterian
Fellowship. That was way back. We had a minute in my house, 1998, in December 18th. Come 1999 January, we met at a First Presbyterian Church in Marietta, Georgia, and we got ourselves organized. Down the road after 2 years, the ministers who were here said, I be the lead.
Okay.
When I took over...
So in 1998, when you taking the minute...
1990, we took the minute at my house.
Were you in a group? Is a group of ministers?
Okay. Group. Actually, we were three. We had a minister called, and I know he will not mind this, Samuel Moneki. We had a lady called Esther Kihara, and late Mago.
Okay.
And no, he's not late. Reverend Jason Nyaga.
Jason Nyaga.
We met.
We just talked about him with that gentleman.
Yes, we met in my house. We made a resolution and all that. And therefore they said, at that time I was doing doctor ministry, so I was more freer than other people.
Okay.
So they all get together and say, you are in charge. We cannot be all ministers.
Yeah.
You are in charge. Then what happened is that after my study, I realized that at St. Paul's, we had ecumenical approach in our studies. It's ecumenism, where we embrace everybody.
Yeah.
And I thought about the evolution of immigration here. We need to go beyond our denomination.
Okay.
And I purposely changed the name by 2002. I convinced the leaders who are there, we cannot be that parochial. We cannot be Presbyterian.
Okay.
So I registered Kenyan American Community Church.
Okay.
2002 February.
Okay. After about 3 years.
After 2 years, 3 years, I moved from KPF.
Okay.
And then I changed everything, the structure and everything, and I thought it was good for us to have a more inclusive church.
Yeah.
And that's where the genesis of Kenyan America, a community church, as opposed to be a Presbyterian fellowship.
Okay. So would you say, I don't want to use the word critique,
yes,
but would you say it was trying to speak or to encourage a certain way of doing Christianity that possibly it was happening in Kenya, but not in a way that was personal? Because in Kenya we have NCCK.
Yes.
That is not very personal in a way. Those are denominations coming together.
Yes.
But here you're being intentional in terms of bringing...
Yes. What informed me is that when I go back to church history in Kenya, majority of us, if not most of us, we are who we are by geographical accident.
That's true.
I just happen to be a Presbyterian because the mission from Scotland happened to come in our area. There are people in the Meru. The majority of them are Methodists. It's not that they applaud the Methodism. It's the missionary who came there was from a Methodist, the Anglican. The only people who did not confine themselves in a particular area are the Roman Catholic. They went all over. But every pocket of Christianity in Kenya from Europe, and they agreed when they came to Kenya, go this way, let me go this way, let's not bring our fights here.
Yeah.
So you find pockets of Kenya with such denominations. So, and you know very well, when I finished college, if you ask a Presbyterian minister or Anglican minister, what's the difference between you and the other? Or you could say, you are bishop, you are elder, we are Presbyterian. I just realized it's not out of conviction. It was purely geographical accident.
They actually no doctrinal.
No doctrinal. They don't know it. So I said, why can't we try to practice how the church will be in heaven?
Okay.
So in this church, we have a good number. I would say a quarter of our members are Roman Catholics.
Wow.
We have the Protestants, the Anglican, the Methodist, the Presbyterian, the AIC. And then we have a very good chunk of Pentecostals.
Okay.
So this is what we would call in our Kikuyu Gojagoto. It's a mixture of everything. Okay. So we try to do bits and bits a bit. That does not mean that we don't subscribe to a certain doctrine. I still uphold the Reformed tradition about Scripture, grace, and faith, the three tenets. But if you come to our worship, we do all matters of things so that we can baptize by immersion, sprinkling. We allow people to speak in tongues, but we also orderly. It's a mixture, agree of all that. So that informed me to make it a community church.
And would you say it was easy, or how would for you to create that structure?
Then it was easy because a Methodist, an Anglican, AIC person felt comfortable because we were inclusive. For me, it was easy. And I'll tell you this, although other churches came later, if I had kept to KPF, I believe that would have made other people start their denominational churches. So that we included everybody, and we called, hey, let's come. So for me, it was easy. As opposed to being difficult, because the people I had no problem with that.
And how would you say this is different from other churches that are here in Atlanta that have been started by Kenyans?
I think some of them, especially those who have a Pentecostal approach, they embrace everybody. Because as you know, even back in Kenya, what goes in Kenya happens here. We have those Kenyans, the churches that are not so much defined by their doctrine, other than being a good church that has freedom and has certain way of doing things. Because I'll tell you this. A lot of Christians who go to churches here in Georgia, and I believe in other places, are not so much informed by the doctrine.
That is true.
It's just a way of worship. It's convenient. My friends go there. We have more freedom. This is a way of doing things. This place is already jumped. Let me go to another place where I can get a place where I can exercise. So it's not really, and that's why you find people, they would move from here to the other states. And it's not like in Kenya where we grow organically, saying this is the church of my mother, church of my father. So we are organically Presbyterian or Methodist or Roman Catholic. So here again, and that's what part of KCC is. People don't come here thinking that we are following a certain doctrinal line. Actually, they don't.
I think what I'm driving to is in terms of, could be a challenge, could be a positive thing for you. I understand, say, for example, a Presbyterian and a Pentecostal coming in and gelling very well. But there are some other denominations, like the Roman Catholic, who are very strict in certain things. And for you to be accepted by that, that segment of people, you have to have a quality that I think transcend, or that is able to get closer to the structure. And we know that sometimes they will not accept this, they will not accept that, and sometimes they'll say, no, I can come to you, but I cannot be you. So I think that is where I'm trying to...
I think there are things that, let me tell you a little history about the immigration, the people who came here in as far as gravitating to each other is concerned. In the days, 30, 40 years ago, if you are Kenyan, people would come together, regardless of their tribal affiliation or even religious affiliation. Their national identity brought us together. Only maybe a Muslim would feel uncomfortable, but everybody else, when in Kenya, we're Kenya. Oh, we are meeting, let's talk. Then later on, we found that ethnicity played a role. I'm Kalenjin, I'm Kikuyu, I'm all that, and that kind of started drifting people apart. Matter spiritual or doctrine was at the periphery. That comes like the third or fourth. They didn't even care, which tells me, when you look at a KCC, what is this core thing that attracts or makes us being together? Is it doctrine or faith? Largely, no. Because even when they were in Kenya and they've pursued certain faith tradition, they did not even understand it.
Okay.
They didn't really understand it, other
Yeah.
than being faithful. I'm Roman Catholic, I'm Anglican. They didn't even get to know
Yeah.
what it entails.
Okay.
So more than anything else, that identity, and especially the cultural part. Culture is a way of life.
Yeah.
Way of life, the way we sing, what we eat, if somebody dies, how you support each other, the weddings, the commodities we all share together. I think those things can attract people more than anything, even more than matters of faith.
Okay.
However, there are few people who would not subscribe to certain things. Like the Roman Catholic are very, very strict in what they do. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I do Holy Communion, and one day, one member came to tell me, Pastor, next time, please, when you fold those clothes that cover the elements, can you be careful with them? Don't be quick to fold them. Can you place them nicely? Because the way you remove them is like they don't matter. Can you please fold them because they are part of liturgy?
Oh, wow.
Don't be in a hurry. And then I realized sacrament to a Roman Catholic is very sacred.
Yes. It is.
You know, they believe in transubstantiation, that
Yeah.
they need the presence is
The
there.
presence is
so
there.
that makes me adjust, be very careful about the way I do these things, because it's very important.
Okay.
And even in the way when we start worshiping, we sing Roman Catholic songs. Ikalilele ne mwadhani tukoria. And the other thing they sing, everything about Holy Communion is so much Roman Catholic. Because the Roman Catholic bring that habit, they bring that experience, that mood
Yeah.
of sacrament.
Yeah.
So that's their portion.
Okay.
And they look forward to that, because I respect, and I do even the cross.
Yeah.
I do that.
Oh,
What's
wow.
a big deal? In the name of the Father, Son, and
Okay.
Holy Spirit. That doesn't, it's not sacrilegious.
Yeah. No, it is not.
So I do it.
Yeah.
So I relate.
Yeah.
They feel like, and when they call me Father, especially those who visit from Kenya, say, I'm so happy because of your father. I feel good. So there is a portion to make sure we also do their songs as a way to feel like we belong.
Yeah.
And then there is the other people of the order, they're the Pentecostal, there is their place. So we make sure they feel part of it. You know, for them, it's more ritualistic stuff
Yeah.
as opposed to the depth
That is true.
of the doctrine and all
Yeah,
that.
that is true. And which makes me, and I'm thinking out loud here, that to an outsider possibly, somebody might be saying you are being relativistic in a way,
Yeah.
that you want to embrace everybody.
Yes.
But I also hear something deeper than that. Could you name that thing, that you're not being relative? You're not just bringing people for the sake of bringing them together,
No.
but they find meaning. So what is that to you?
I guess I'm only being inclusive, I'm being embracive, I'm being looking at the core thing, that the common denominators you see in the church. Do you believe in Jesus Christ? Yes. Did you say everything to the two commandments? Love your God with all your heart and love your neighbor. Period. Everything else, ni maduido.
Yeah.
So it's more inclusive. And as Jesus said, I went to them, I became like them, as Paul would say.
Yeah.
And making church to feel like everybody is needed. And the common thing is love.
Yeah.
When you put love at the center, all these others are rituals.
Yeah.
They are just methodologies.
Yeah.
It's just an approach.
Yeah.
Bottom line,
Yeah.
it's love. It's preaching Christ. I wonder if Jesus Christ came to this world, which church he would attend to. And that's a question people ask. And I'm sure he would reduce it to say, you know what? Love God with all your heart, with all your mind. Love your neighbor. Beyond that,
Yeah.
there is no other religion. All other things are just, I don't want to call it comic, but it's all traditions.
It's tradition, and as you say, sometimes it can become. It's almost like something. It's like a drama.
Yes.
It's you're practicing is a show.
It's a show.
It's a show for everybody
It's a
to
show.
enjoy, or entertainment. And so what I'm picking is a core difference or differences for this ministry builds, first of all, on context.
Yes.
And context has culture to do,
It
a
does.
lot to do with culture
Yes.
than anything else.
Yes.
Then, in a sense, there is the thought about ecumenism.
Right.
That is in practice, we see it in the larger church, but it is never experienced at the local.
Right.
Because even when Anglicans and Presbyterians are meeting, they don't meet as one.
Right.
They meet as different. But here, they are coming together.
And by the way, before, I don't know whether you're aware, somewhere in Muru,
Yeah.
there is a
The
church.
Bibirioni.
Bibirioni.
Yeah.
They have Presbyterian
Yeah.
and the AIC.
Yeah.
They all worship the same, only that you do the service today,
Yeah.
and next Sunday it's
Yeah.
you.
Which still limits the idea of ecumenism.
It does.
Yeah, because now there's a separation of
Exactly,
practice, yeah.
and they,
Yeah.
you do this, I do this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are Presbyterians who look at the AIC and say, you know what, I think we could do that.
Yeah.
That part. And I'm sure the AIC who look, you know what,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, I wish, I don't know what to call it, where we can borrow, live from bits and bits and bits,
Yeah.
and just have, and that's why I'm calling it community church.
Well, there's another example, and I think I don't want to call it. It was a time it used to be a perfect example, just like the Bibirioni, and this is the Lavington.
Lavington
Community United.
Yes.
Which had Presbyterians,
Yes.
Anglicans,
Yep.
and Methodists.
Yes.
And but as time progressed, there has
Yes.
been a lot of push and pull.
Yes.
So, so in essence, KACC is trying to, has literally broken certain barriers that has always been there.
It does, but
Yeah.
the challenge with it, the thing we lose in that relativism you're trying to go, it loses that identity that people may have had back home.
Okay.
The identity of being an Anglican, the identity of being Presbyterian, the identity of being a Roman Catholic. That thing is still embedded there, because the other day a bishop came from Thika, and when he comes, there's something that tells an Anglican, one of us is there, and I would like to go and get a headscarf. The Presbyterian will come, oh, I want to be a woman's guild.
Yeah.
There's that thing. But they're also quick to say,
Yeah.
I am not going to go back to that.
Yeah.
But it's my mother's religion. There's something loyal about that.
So how do you satisfy?
I tell them.
How do you satisfy that longing?
Yes.
Because it is seated somewhere in the background.
It is.
So meaning that it doesn't have a big place in their day-to-day living,
Right.
but it's still there.
Yes.
How do you, as a minister,
If they
in the
want to
church-
go
yeah.
there and get to associate with them, not to go forever,
Yeah.
but to go there and go back. It's just like
Yeah.
we go to Kenya, we're in
Yeah.
America. I want to go to Kenya and eat guashe, or no, eat it here, or do that thing we used to do,
Yeah.
but still come back in the U.S. So I tell them, we have identity. If you feel like you miss it, go there and taste a little bit, but come back home.
Okay.
So I don't castigate that. I don't blame them. I don't condemn it, because that's our background, and that's what has made us who we are.
Okay.
So I tell them, go there, but remember, it also feels good to have the interaction and to have bits and bits and bits of all this together. So it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
And what we do once in a while, we would have services where we would like all the Roman Catholic, come Sunday, get the songs, sing your way.
All of them.
Yeah, the Pentecostal.
Okay.
Can you come? We can sing the Pentecostal way.
Is it
The
like a
procedure-
particular Sunday or?
We'll make it Saturday. We've
Okay.
done it twice. They come and they all celebrate how they used to. And that,
Okay.
they feel good. Oh, I've done the old way.
You know why I'm smiling? Because on Sunday, no, was it on Sunday when you had the parade out
Yes,
here?
yes.
Was it on Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday. We had these acorinos.
Yes.
Then during the main service on Sunday,
Yeah.
I saw the ladies. I was like, this woman was a mocorino on,
Was a mocorino. Yeah.
last night.
Yeah.
But today she's not a mocorino. She
No,
even
she's
had
not.
a mohawk.
Yes.
Was I wrong? The guy who was
I
who
know.
had a mohawk.
Yes.
So,
But
so
you know,
that's
when
what
they were
he's-
playing there, they are playing how the Wakorino used
They-
to be, because they missed that
They
part.
missed that part.
But then when she's here,
Yeah.
she acting like a Pentecostal. She had also Presbyterian background. So we are celebrating all those
Okay.
because they're important to us.
Okay. Now, Going back now to the year 1998, and now we are in 2025.
25.
How many of the years are those?
We've celebrated 27 years of ministry. Actually,
Okay.
we are 26. This is our 27th year.
What are some of the lessons that you have learned along the way about ministry in the diaspora with all that you have said?
The fluidity, you see, having said that, sometimes when you have some identity, it becomes predictable. When you try something new, it becomes fluid, you're not sure
Okay.
about tomorrow. I think one of the challenges of having different people coming from different parts of Kenya and of different tradition, it has beauty to it, diversity, but it also has challenges.
Okay.
Because if you are from Nakuru, Eldoret, Mombasa, Kisumu, or even within the central province, you realize they are all matters of behavior.
Okay.
You see, coming to America, what it does, it's bringing people from all over with certain orientation and behavior. Some of them, you are like, this person should not even have passed Naivasha. Should have stayed in Nakuru. Because this person cannot even fit in Nairobi socially.
Leave alone coming to the US.
They have to come to America.
Okay.
But because of this green card, you can all go. And that's why part of the Trump, I know the president is talking a little bit different. We're not going to be allowing everybody to come here. We're going to have a certain standard.
Yeah.
So you are finding people coming and you're allowing all mixture of things. And people are coming to display something that may look like abominable. Like, I will not tolerate this. But then you are reminded, you are made a community church. All manner of people come. So I think to put these people together to be cohesive, to have a certain worldview, certain mindset, and call yourself KCC, this is the way we do things, to change all those dynamics. Geography, but also faith tradition. Ethnic, we have no problem because majority of them are from almost one ethnicity. But the geography, and geography here means these are Kiabu people.
Okay.
From Gesha.
Okay.
These are Nyeri people from Karatina. This is a Moranga person. This is a Rift Valley person. And you know our geography and our orientation can tell you a lot about people.
Yeah.
Now mixing that and make it a good kujagoto so that we have an identity, it's a challenge.
Okay.
Much as it is beautiful because of diversity.
Diversity.
And I think that's one of our pluses. And that's why sometimes people come here, they feel like this just has no identity. I want to go to Lily Presbyterian. I want to go to Lily Anglican. And the other challenge is there are people who cannot fit in this immigrant congregation.
Okay.
Two things.
As much as we want.
Because they find people that they could not relate in Kenya.
Okay.
For example, I went to Alliance. I went to St. Mary. We talked a certain language.
Okay.
We had certain standards. We lived in Buruburu.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy here from Kaparatojo or from my home, Nyahururu, and has been jumped to this level. We are in the same pew.
Yeah, I know.
And this person is driving the same car on loan. No, this is not fair. This person did not belong. We could not see each face to face.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave this place. I'd rather go to Mount Palan or Zungus.
Okay.
Because I can't. And that's something people have to overcome because we have no relevance with you. This green card is making us equal, but we cannot sit together. So the social class issue, that is one. The other thing is, there are people who are saying, I have moved from Kenya. I'm in America. I want to immerse myself totally in America.
In the American
Don't bring me that Kenya stuff here.
Okay.
The gossip, the talk. I'm in America. I don't want anything to do with the Kenyan stuff. Leave me alone.
Okay.
Although things happen in life.
Yeah.
And they realize they will need these Kenyans.
Okay.
Because Americans' way of life
Yeah.
is totally different. Much as we try to become American, there is always that part that calls. Remember who you are. And even in any case they pretend that they are not, they end up going to Kenya to visit folks.
Yeah.
They find their socials there with the grass-thatched house on those roads, on those matatu. Although they tell themselves it's just for a while.
Yeah.
But they're still Kenyans.
Kenyans.
So you could still find they need ugali.
Yeah.
They need chapati. They are missing the dance during the wedding. There is that part.
Yeah.
But they only want to come here once in a while.
Okay.
Because they don't want anything about Kenya.
Okay.
And these are realities. So
Okay.
I don't get offense. If the people come here and say, I need help from you, I would help.
Okay.
And that's one of the challenges I have with the people. Why do you serve these people?
Yeah.
They don't have anything to do with us.
Okay.
But I say, what would Jesus do?
Yeah.
So these are some of the challenges we have. The other big challenge in this is the young people. Increasingly, we have a lot of exits.
Okay.
You confirm young people, and it's like they become free. The minute they start driving, they are looking for that time they will have their independence.
Okay. When they leave home now, they are leaving. They could be staying with their parents, but
That's
they have
particularly a thing,
Yeah.
but they want to get their identity,
Yeah.
and to feel like they are free from being condemned. Hey,
Yeah.
wewe mtoto wa fulani, why are you wearing this?
Yeah.
Why are you having your ears pierced? Why do you have something to your tongue? Because we are too judgmental.
Yeah.
We want to raise our kids the way we were raised, being so restrictive.
Yeah.
And when the young people get independence,
Yeah.
they run away.
Okay.
There's something they feel like I want to get away, which I also understand because I think there was a time when you were growing out, you felt like our parents are too old school. I want to be my own person. And this is my conclusion. We are too slow to understand the world of young people.
Okay.
And we want them to live the Kenyan way. And they are not in Kenya.
Okay.
And I remind myself that these are not the youth that we were once.
Okay.
They are different.
Okay.
These are different times. And it's very important for us to adjust. I try to adjust by sometimes my people are a little bit rigid. Maybe they are not aware.
Yeah.
But I wish we could adjust to accommodate
Okay.
our young people.
Wow.
It's us, not them.
Not them to adjust
It's us to understand their world.
in their world. So in that transition, is it part of that fluidity you're talking about?
Fluidity, they say, fluidity, yes, because they want to have this identity that is not well defined. And again, it's not, by the way, let me also say, it's not just immigrants. Even the American, the mainstream, religion has lost relevance.
Yeah.
Faith is no longer the moral, what you call campus.
Yeah.
Because the people are like, why do I have to go to church?
Yeah.
Why you force me to go to church?
Yeah.
It's good to go for you to go to church. In our days, we had no choice. We were expected. Because in the church, you got schools, there were bursaries, there are all those things. Young people are like, where is God in my life? Why do I need to believe?
Yeah.
What are you going to solve my... Because it's not practical. What different by come to church? What difference do I make in my life?
Okay.
And that's one of the things that is that's actually affecting many churches, including adults. The church has become irrelevant.
And before we move on, so how have you been able to navigate that? Because, young people, if, say, for example, church continues just with the people that are here today,
Yes.
it means down the line, we might be in the same spaces as the American churches.
Yes.
So how are you trying to
Two ways.
either mitigate or...
We mitigate. There's something that's going on in this American society that pushes people to rediscover themselves. I think our young people, because of racism and identity, because I think there is an emerging thing like we had in the 60s where young people ask themselves, where did I come from? And those that are 25 going up, they are trying to ask themselves, who am I?
Okay.
And by the way, I didn't have to look down on my tradition and my background. And I'll tell you in a minute why. One indicator. Have you seen the thing we wear?
The
Kenyan
bracelet. Yeah.
bracelet? Have you realized increasing a lot of young people are wearing that thing?
That's so true. My daughter wears it all the time.
So what does that tell you? This is Kenya identity. They are telling you, I belong somewhere. My mother's land is Kenya. That is an indicator that, you know what? One day I'll stand up like an African American and say black is beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong
With being
being Kenyan.
Yeah.
So that pride will come back. And as it does that, they will gravitate together to say, what can we do? They're happy when they go to Kenya. I think the churches must adjust and give them space,
Yeah.
not to do faith the way we've done it.
Yeah.
To let them come with those torn pants,
Yeah.
just as they are.
Yeah.
Let them lead the services. Let them know we can sit and they can tell us. Every 50th Sunday of our service here, if you have a 50th Sunday month, we allow the young people to come and take over.
Okay.
But you have to be very careful because they're also looking at us, or you're trying to trick us. You think giving us space is going to make you part of us.
Okay.
It's an up, and that's one of the sad things with us as Kenyan pastors, immigrant, that we are not retaining these young people as much as we would want.
Yeah.
But I have not lost hope, as we were reminded by our leaders here. They will come back, and I'll give you an example. My daughter, when she was 20, she said, "I want to move out and stay by myself." I could not believe why she would want to go out when she had the phone, she had the utility taken care of, and she had the house. The mother was like, let her go. And why would she go? So I was so adamant until when I was traveling with some Americans, I said, they asked, hey, Gigi, how is Catherine? It's Michael. Oh, they are doing okay, but Catherine wants to move out. Move out? Yeah, she want to go and live with other girls. Da, 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 da. They asked me, how old is she? She's 20. What is he doing in your house? And I'm saying, pardon me? What do you ask? Oh, we moved at 18 year. We moved at 19 year. We moved at 20 year.
Yeah.
And then one lady said, Gigi, don't worry. They'll come back.
Okay. All right.
They will come. And sure enough, Catherine came back.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So I think we are not lost hope, but I think they are slowly, we must let them evolve because there is some sense of feeling, I wish I had a better word, embarrassed.
Okay.
Being who they are.
Who they are. Okay.
Embarrassed to a point where they associate themselves with Africa and the way people think about Africa. And some of them trying to integrate to be part of the society so that they become part of the society.
And they are not, yet the society does not
the
embrace them
society will
fully.
always remind them, oh, where are you from? Where are you born?
Yeah.
And for that matter, if you are not born in the US, the passport, the first page asks you, where were you born? Kenya. It is showing up.
Yeah.
So I think it's an uphill, and we need to pray about it and be sensitive. And I think consulting with the American mainstream to see how they've done it, and consulting with the older immigrant community, like the Koreans, the Chinese who've been here before us. One of the answer will be this, to give you a solution, is when we groom one of their own to become a pastor.
Okay.
So as immigrants, as Kenyan immigrants, we have to evolve to a point where maybe check at that generation where you see like your daughter or your son now becomes one of them because she or he is sympathetic with our culture, but also be able to embrace
them.
So what we did, like in the Sunday school, we used to have our Kenyan mothers, older people teaching these kids. Because they are not trained on Sunday, I could see the sentiment. Because in a school, they are being bibbed. Hey, honey, how
Yeah.
are you? It's okay.
Yeah.
How are you? Oh, come, nice to see you. How are you? Fine. How is home? Hi, honey, darling. When they come here for Sunday service,
Yeah.
well, come here. Whose child is this? They say very brutal shoshos and hookahs.
Yeah.
So I had to terminate that
Yeah.
and have young people be their teachers.
Okay.
Because the bigger sister, they can relate. They can
Yeah.
talk their language.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to make them hate church.
Hate church.
Because there's a time they came and they say, I don't want to go to that shosho's room.
Oh.
Because the shosho was a disciplinarian.
Oh.
Because they don't know how to babe them.
Doing it the Kenyan way.
The Kenyan way.
Yeah.
So we have to accept that they are here.
Yeah.
And we don't want them to hate church and like school more because at school, even when they go wrong, it's okay, it's okay. You can try again. It's okay. Next time, don't do the air hearts is fading. We don't know that. So let also be accepted to know that we've changed. And let train our leaders to tell them that they have to adjust and understand the life.
I feel I need to talk to you about this other part, which I feel it's tied to the fluidity you are talking about. And I thank you even for the things that you have lifted up. We have noticed everywhere now in the United States that there is a big shift and people are moving west.
Yes.
Why do you think that is happening? This huge movement, and is it affecting you as a community of faith, and how so?
Economics.
Okay.
It's boiled down to better pastures, less restrictions.
Okay.
We've had a huge exodus, especially going west. You're talking about like west and like in Washington, D.C. and all that.
And Oregon.
And it's because of these you call them heaven states where heaven states where they are flexible.
Sanctuary cities.
Sanctuary, that's the word. They are not very restrictive. They pay better.
Okay.
Remember, majority of us are, sorry to use the word, economic refugees.
Yes.
We came here because of the opportunities. So if you're going to get an extra dollar, you might as well move and go there. Okay. Our people also go by waves. The people go, they go because people are going.
Yeah.
It has every effect on every home, including churches. And one of the immediate effects is, of course, when people move, the support that you need for churches, especially when you have mortgages.
Yeah.
And of course, when they move, they tell you, Pastor, don't worry, even if I go, my tithe is still with you. And I'm like,
Yeah, sorry.
You know, they just move. It's all economics, and it has all those effects. You saw when we had a lot of people from Seattle come here, some of them we know. They used to be part of us.
Okay.
And it's all economics.
Okay.
It's just economics. They just move because that's where they can start homes. You have a lot of jobs. There are no restrictions. And there are blue states where they are more accommodated. To the immigrants. And these are realities. So whatever you do with immigrants, we are very fluid.
Yeah.
Enjoy when it lasts. Because you don't know where the next wave will be.
Yeah.
And there could also be the reverse. Maybe a time will come when people start going back and all that. And the other impact is that with the the administration that is restricting migration, when you don't have, I'll tell you 3 scenarios that will ever kill the church.
Okay.
Especially immigrants. 1, restriction. People are not coming as many as they were because of visa. 2, the older generation, they are realizing they may not settle in America after all.
Okay.
So we are finding people going back home. We've been very supportive of the church. They wake up and say, you know what? I've been here and I realize the money I'm going to get through Social Security and pension is not going to enough to sustain me.
Yeah.
And therefore, I finished my house. I built some apartment. It is time to go.
Okay.
And you find them going.
Okay.
Right? So the challenge of people not coming, there are people going back to Kenya, there are people moving out to other states. And the other one, the church is not organic. In other words, those who are going are not replaced by our children because of that exit.
Exit, yeah.
So, like Kenyan American Community Church, the demographics, the average age of our people, I would say, is between 30 to 40, 45. I would even say, if I reduce this to a number, you may talk about 45.
Okay.
So what that tells you about the future. So if you have the exits, the movement, and you are not organically, you are not retaining the retainer. It's a, you know, university, people register, then you look at the retainer. You see who graduates, and you find that not everybody who registers graduates. So these are the dynamics that we have to take care of. And especially if you're going to be having a mortgage, huge mortgage, you may be compelled to think twice because you may refinance it or sell it.
Okay.
And when people find that the burden is on them and they are few, they might as well think of relocating or not coming to church. So these are the burdens that we are feeling. There are people who are enjoying it in the West. They got the money, they're doing everything. So, but did we know this will come? Probably not.
No.
So we don't know what's going to happen in the next 5, 10 years.
Absolutely. Well, you know, I was listening. No, it's actually the Mercedes company. The Mercedes are moving their headquarters to Georgia.
Oh, yeah?
Okay. It was there in the news about 3 days ago.
Okay.
I think it's Hyundai, Kia, and all those are moving to Georgia.
Right.
They have moved to Georgia. Hollywood, part of it now has moved to Georgia.
Black Hollywood especially, yes.
So, you know, that tells you
Yes.
that some places might be attractive at this moment, but other places like Georgia, for example, is really changing.
Yes.
And we might find the same wave coming.
Exactly.
Now, in the interest of time, my brother, what is the place of the things that you do, like Maju? And what is Maju to KSCC? And how does it fit in this larger context we are talking about?
And Maju, of course, Maju, for those who don't know, Maju is a name given to immigrants, Kenyan immigrants in the U.S. In the UK, I think they are getting it, but Maju is for to Maju, people are Maju. And what Maju culture, first of all, my background being a culturist, one who loves culture, I am one of those advocates that we should not, who say we should not lose our identity, our way of life, our culture. The Western theology or Christianity told us to discard certain things, and we didn't have to.
Okay.
We express ourselves through dance, expression through rituals, and all that. And for me, when you are far away, you remember even the people of Israel, when in captivity, you know, it becomes sweeter when you do things away from home. Yeah, you remember the song "By the Rivers of Babylon," where we sat down when we wept, when we remembered Zion, our way of worship. I think when we come to America, there are certain things we miss. The good thing is that ugali and the food can come, we can eat. But our culture, our dance, our souvenir and all that. So the vision was, can we also celebrate our culture through what we call Atlanta Maju? And Maju means dancing, showcasing our products, and just celebrating our African Kenyan culture.
Okay.
So that's what it is, maintaining, keeping our culture afloat so that we don't let it go altogether.
Okay.
And I think people, when you're far away, you feel something so good. I had one lady, Mother Karua, and it's in the public domain. 2012, she came when we were doing the traditional stuff. And I say, how do you do this? And even the people in Nairobi would look at this like primitive. Nobody would in St. Cathedral or say whatever, doing all this cultural thing, and you are doing, and this looks like, why can't you come and teach the pastors? I say, they will not get it because they live with it. being urban is the way to
Yeah,
go.
to go,
So
yeah.
when you come here,
Yeah.
we are already in the urban. The reverse
The
takes
reverse
place.
of
We
expression.
want the gishagi thing.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
we are missing that.
That is
so
what
when
we
we
miss.
do that, we feel good because we
Yeah.
are reminding ourselves how we used to do it.
Yeah.
So for me, I would wish that we cultivate, and its intensity.
Yeah.
In the past years, we've seen our young people come and dance to that
Okay.
because they want to be part of their parents' culture.
Yeah.
So we uphold it every year,
Yeah.
and for me, it is very, very cardinal, and our people embrace it. And we put it that we can keep it. Because I'll tell you this, in my research, I realized is America a melting pot? Or are we becoming multicultural? I know you're from California. You know better that you are more multicultural.
Yeah.
The first time you invited me, you are the one
Yeah.
who made me go to California.
Yeah.
California doesn't look like the rest of the world. It's a mixture of all nations.
That's true. Yeah.
So one of my studies I did in my thesis was like, America is like a salad bowl. You still see pocket and pocket and pocket of everything, or a stew pot, so that we are not all melting to become this America.
Yeah.
Increasingly, we are enhancing those distinct cultural things. For example, you've lived in Atlanta. If you go towards Beaufort, there are some gas stations that are written in Chinese, Korean. We have Chinatown.
Yeah.
See what people have pockets, all these
yeah.
things, and you find ourselves. When you came here, we have the Kenyan flag, American flag, and there are all those mushrooming, which is one of the things President Trump is not happy about. Because they want, that's America be America.
The port.
The port. Let everybody do as we do.
Yeah.
But this will be going upstream.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Because we are all celebrating our own stuff.
You can't change people.
You can't change.
Now, maybe one more thing, and then I'll ask you for a last word. The interstate convention.
Yes.
What is it and why? And I would want you to talk more about the future of the church,
Right.
including KSCC.
Right.
Yeah.
If you go back to NCCK, the National Christian Council of Churches, I know it kept changing. Do you remember during my time they changed? It used to be Christian. The Christian was removed, and then it was
they had to split some.
Kenya. It's called the National the National Council of Churches.
Yeah.
It used to be National Christian Council.
Council of Churches.
And what it did was to bring all the people together so that we can share this Christ, despite our little differences. Now, imagine bringing Christians from all over the U.S., congregate together, worship together, exchange music, do sports to bring cohesion, because we are all in a diaspora. We are all the way far from home. Can we meet and energize each other? One of the things that I've realized when we've gone to Seattle, and when Seattle people come, it feels good to get out of your station. Just go out and get holiday, because there are a lot of us who work, they never get a time when they can go visit. So it gives you an exposure to go and also learn what other people are doing.
Okay.
But also exchange things, see what you guys do, and you bring unity, cohesion. It becomes a moment of connection.
Okay.
There are people who discover their relatives here.
Oh, yeah?
They are like where you went for the meet.
Yeah,
I understand the host discovered an auntie.
Oh, yeah?
Who was there? What are you doing here? Yeah? We had Charity, Reverend Charity, who came and found students. She taught literature here.
Oh, wow.
It was like, you are here in America?
Yeah.
He just, it was just, and then the boarding, what made you, the only thing is, they are positive and negative. There are those who come and tell their story. Please, it's better. This is what you get paid. And they have impact. Because we went to Seattle with my group. And after going there and realizing what they are paid, I can tell you 6, 7 of them
left.
Decided to go and join.
Oh, wow.
So it becomes also a moment of exchange.
Exchange, yeah.
To learn how do you do these things. And it also helps us to do better.
Okay.
Because when people visit, they sing and do things in different way. We are like, why can't we do that?
Yeah.
We go to Seattle, we realize there's something they do, we don't do.
Yeah.
So it's a learning moment.
Yes.
It is an exchange moment. It is a moment of harnessing unity
Yeah.
among us.
us.
And in the future, I find people from all walks of life coming together, having a national convention where people congregate. If that's going to be institutionalized or made legal, that will come later. But for now, it's fellowship.
Fellowship.
Bringing people together so that we can meet under that common identity
Okay.
of Kenyans. Of course, interstate means everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to a greater moment of connection
Yeah.
and having that interdependence so that we can all rely on each other and educate each other. Because I'm sure as people come here, we go there, we learn.
Yeah.
An experience. It's also good for brothers and sisters to meet. Remember back in Kenya how we would have convention of several synod or presbytery. People would come for that to contend as a meeting. And then they will hear the word expounded and they will have some things and then they will go and they look forward for that time again.
Wow.
That is important for us to get together.
That's a great future.
And even for ministers, when we met, we didn't have enough time, but we could exchange ideas.
Yeah.
What is going on in your church? You are old people. What should I watch?
Yeah.
What should I be careful about? It becomes a moment of experience. We had a doctor. You are moderating a session about mental health.
Yes.
And each pastor was asking questions.
Yes.
Representing their religion.
Yes.
And you see how we can learn together.
Okay.
And even share
Yeah.
these people of resources together.
Together.
So for me, unity is power.
Power. Now that you have mentioned Frank Jega, I wasn't going to bring him up, but you have mentioned him in the way of conversation, who is a great psychiatrist, well-known doctor, worldwide renowned.
Yes.
Why did you invite him?
Actually, I did not invite Dr. Jenga.
Okay.
I don't want to take credit where it's not due.
Okay.
We had a gentleman called David Karango,
Okay.
a successful business person, a millionaire for that matter.
Okay.
He got addicted, and this is in the public domain.
Yeah.
And his life went down.
Okay.
He became sickly. He became drunkard. And he says, his word, I went home to Kenya to die.
Okay.
When he was there, this doctor who had treated him told him that I would like to go to the U.S. I'm going to the U.S. to talk to some people. Could you know some Kenyan people? Because I also want to talk to a few Kenyans and share my experience on mental health. And my name came, and he said, I know a bishop who can connect you. He may know a few friends there.
Yeah.
So he called. Would you mind accommodating Dr. Jenga and maybe introduce him to some of the pastors so that he can talk? And I told him, by the way, there is a national interstate convention coming.
Oh, wow.
And you have different people, church leaders,
Yes.
and Christians coming together. And it's a big occasion. Let me talk to the pastors so that we include in the agenda. So when we had one of the meetings, I said this guy would come.
Yes.
So that's how Dr. Jega came.
Came in. And did you find him helpful?
Indeed.
Yeah.
It was very helpful
Okay.
because he addressed some of those things, especially going back to Kenya about culture, reverse psychology and all that. It became so helpful
Okay.
for people and also challenging people.
Yeah.
To tell them that much as you believe in Jesus Christ, matters of faith, remember there is place for medicine. There is place for psychiatry.
Yeah.
Much as I almost got worried because he was like telling people, don't think your pastor has the solution. In fact, they are sick. They need help.
That was quite hammering.
It was hammering, but he was saying, hey, please.
Yeah.
And you know what I would say this with all honesty. People come to us believing that we know it all.
Yeah.
They believe we are trained in all areas.
Yeah.
And they take our word as final
Yes.
with authority.
Absolutely.
My pastor
Yeah.
said this.
Yes.
And because he has a connection with God and there is power in the name of Jesus, all things are settled.
Yeah.
But what he was reminding us indirectly, we also need to learn the skills. Let us be equipped.
Yeah.
Because somebody will come to you who needs, faith is important, but they need also mental approach. They need somebody with the skills on what to say.
Yeah.
and not what to say. So I think it was a challenge to us,
Okay.
much as they were also told that science is equally important.
Has its place.
Yes.
Well, I really want to thank you very much, Dr. Gigi, for agreeing to be part of this conversation and to bring it to a tie, because we have to land this plane. Do you have a last word?
There is a professor I had at Columbia. His name is Shari Guthrie. Guthrie was a renowned Reform theologian. And before he died, there was a party, and he was asked this question: Dr. Guthrie, where do you see the church in 40 years? He said, I don't know, and I don't care. One thing I know, God will be there in 40 years. I want to believe the future is in God's hands. The immigrant movements, church, and all we do will be in God's hands. There is hope, as we were reminded by our guest. It is not all lost. Just like we were told that Kenya, much as we are whining, there is hope. I think coming to America was not a mistake. The heaven realm realizes. So there is hope.
So,
As we had the theme, there is hope with the immigrant congregation. There is hope for America. There is hope for Kenya. And we have to have hope, because as the scripture says, hope does not disappoint.
thank you.
So we remain hopeful.
Thank you.
Karibu.
Once again, I do want to thank you, and definitely we have discussed a lot, and there's so much that we can talk about,
True.
and possibly maybe with the Lord's, willingness, we can have more, particularly on pastors and the future of pastors here in the United States. But in the meantime, we have traveled that journey from 1998.
Right.
Ecumenical stuff.
Yes.
We have talked about context and culture.
Right.
And definitely, your training comes out in this discussion.
Right.
Where some of the things that you have implemented and you guiding as the leader, they really speak into that background.
Right.
Where I feel that if you were not trained in that way, possibly, well, with God's help, you could.
Right, sure.
But I think it's more, you have been very intentional in guiding this church. And I wish you well.
Thank you.
And I thank you for every moment.
Yes.
And once again, you are very much welcome to California.
Of course, yes. Second time.
Second time. Second
Yes,
time.
yes.
You're invited to California.
True.
And when you come,
Yes.
we will have an interview at Radio Kenya United, and
Yes.
you see what
Thank
we're
you.
doing. So thank you, my
Thank
brother,
you.
and may the Lord bless you.
My joy, my pleasure.
Asante sana.
Thank you. Asante.
Yes.
Go well and
Thank you.
travel well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.